Okay, Hare Krishna everyone. Let's welcome to the session on Bhagavad Gita Chapter 6. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणरघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च हे कृष्ण करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेशा गोपिका कान्ता राधा कान्त नमोऽस्तु ते। तप्त काञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भगवद गीता की जय। We will recite the shlokas from Bhagavad Gita Chapter 6, Dhyana Yoga, also known as Ashtanga Yoga, also known as Atma Samyamya Yoga. Shri Bhagavanuvacha
श्रीभगवानुवाच
Anashrita Karma Phalam Karyam Karma Karoti Yaha
अनाश्रितकर्मफलं कार्यं कर्म करोति यः
Sa Sannyasi Cha Yogi Cha Na Niragmirna Chakriyaha
स सन्न्यासी च योगी च स निरग्निर्न चाक्रियः
यं सन्न्यासम् इति प्राहुर्योगं तं विद्धि पाण्डव।
यं सन्न्यासमिति प्राहुर्योगं तं विद्धि पाण्डव
न ह्यसन्न्यस्तसङ्कल्पो योगी भवति कश्चन।
न यस्तसङ्कल्प योगी भवति कश्चन
आरुरुक्षोर्मुनेर्योगं कर्म कारणमुच्यते।
आरुरोक्षोर्मुनो मुनेर्योगं कर्मकारणमुच्यते
योगारूढस्य तस्यैव शमः कारणमुच्यते।
योगारूढस्य तस्यैव शमः कारणमुच्यते
यदा हीनेन्द्रियार्थेषु न कर्मस्वनुषज्जते
यदा हीनेन्द्रियार्थेषु न कर्मस्वनुसज्जते
सर्वसङ्कल्पसन्न्यासी योगारूढस्तथोच्यते।
सर्वसङ्कल्पसन्न्यासी योगारूढस्तदोच्यते
उद्धरेदात्मनात्मानम् आत्मानमवसाधयेत्
उद्धरेदात्मनात्मानम् आत्मानम् अवसादयेत्।
आत्मैव ह्यात्मनो बन्धुरात्मैव रिपुरात्मनः।
आत्मैव ह्यात्मनो बन्धो आत्मैव रिपुरात्मनः।
बन्धुरात्मात्मनस्तस्य येनात्मैवात्मना जितः।
बन्धुरात्मात्मनस्तस्य येनात्मैवात्मना जितः।
अनात्मनस्तु शत्रुत्वे वर्तेतात्मैव शत्रुवत्।
अनात्मनस्तु शत्रुत्वे वर्तेतात्मैव शत्रुवत्।
जितात्मना प्रशान्तस्य परमात्मा समाहितः।
जितात्मना प्रशान्तस्य परमात्मा समाहितः।
शीतोष्णसुखदुःखेषु तथा मानापमानयोः।
शीतोष्णसुखदुःखेषु तथा मानापमानयोः।
ज्ञानविज्ञानतृप्तात्मा कूटस्थो विजितेन्द्रियः।
ज्ञानविज्ञानतृप्तात्मा कूटस्थो विजितेन्द्रियः।
युक्त इत्युच्यते योगी समलोष्टाश्मकाञ्चनः।
युक्त इत्युच्यते योगी समलोष्टाश्मकाञ्चनः।
सुहृन्मित्रार्युदासीना मध्यस्थद्वेषबन्धुषु।
सुहृन्मित्रार्युदासीना मध्यस्थद्वेषबन्धुषु।
साधुष्वपि च पापेषु समबुद्धिर्विशेष्यते।
साधुष्वपि च पापेषु समबुद्धिर्विशिष्यते।
योगी युञ्जीत सततम् आत्मानं रहसि स्थितः।
योगी युञ्जीत सततम् आत्मानं रहसि स्थितः।
एकाकीयत चित्तात्मा निराशीरपरिग्रहः।
एकाकीयत चित्तात्मा निराशीरपरिग्रहः।
शुचौ देशे प्रतिष्ठाप्य स्थिरमासनमात्मनः।
शुचौ देशे प्रतिष्ठाप्य स्थिरमासनमात्मनः।
नात्युच्छ्रितं नातिनीचं जैलाजिनकुशोत्तरम्।
नात्युच्छ्रितं नातिनीचं जैलाजिनकुशोत्तरम्।
तत्रैकाग्रं मनः कृत्वा यतचित्तेन्द्रियक्रियः।
तत्रैकाग्रं मनः कृत्वा यतचित्तेन्द्रियक्रियः।
उपविश्यासने युञ्ज्याद्योगमात्मा विशुद्धये।
उपविश्यासने युञ्जाद् योगमात्मा विशुद्धये।
समं कायाशिरो ग्रीवं धारयन्नचलं स्थिरः।
समं कायाशिरो ग्रीवं धारयन्नचलं स्थिरः।
सम्प्रेक्ष्य नासिकाग्रं स्वं दिशश्चानवलोकयन्।
सम्प्रेक्ष्य नासिकाग्रं स्वं दिशश्चानवलोकयन्।
प्रशान्तात्मा विगतभिर्ब्रह्मचारी व्रते स्थितः।
प्रशान्तात्मा विगतभिर्ब्रह्मचारी व्रते स्थितः।
मनः संयम्य मच्चित्तो युक्त आसीत मत्परः।
मनः संयम्य मच्चित्तो युक्त आसीत मत्परः।
युञ्जन्नेवं सदात्मानं योगी नियतमानसः।
युञ्जन्नेवं सदात्मानं योगी नियतमानसः।
शान्तिं निर्वाणपरमां मत्संस्थामधिगच्छति।
शान्तिं निर्वाणपरमां मत्संस्थामधिगच्छति।
नात्यश्नतस्तु योगोऽस्ति न चैकान्तम् अनश्नतः।
नात्यश्नतस्तु योगोऽस्ति न चैकान्तम् अनश्नतः।
न चाति स्वप्नशीलस्य जाग्रतो नैव चार्जुन।
न चाति स्वप्नशीलस्य जाग्रतो नैव चार्जुन।
युक्त युक्ताहारविहारस्य युक्तचेष्टस्य कर्मसु
युक्ताहारविहारस्य युक्तचेष्टस्य कर्मसु
युक्तस्वप्नावबोधस्य योगो भवति दुःखः
युक्तस्वप्नावबोधस्य योगो भवति दुःखः
यदा विनियतं चित्तम् आत्मन्येवावतिष्ठते
यदा विनियतं चित्तम् आत्मन्येवावतिष्ठते
निःस्पृहः सर्वकामेभ्यो युक्त इत्युच्यते तथा
निःस्पृहः सर्वकामेभ्यो युक्त इत्युच्यते तदा
यथा दीपो निवातस्थो नेङ्गते सोपमा स्मृता
यथा दीपो निवातस्थो नेङ्गते सोपमा स्मृता
योगिनो यतचित्तस्य युञ्जतो योगमात्मनः
योगिनो यतचित्तस्य युञ्जतो योगमात्मनः
यत्रो परमते चित्तं निरुद्धं योगसेवया
यत्रो परमते चित्तं निरुद्धं योगसेवया
यत्र चैवात्मनात्मानं पश्यन्नात्मनि तुष्यति
यत्र चैवात्मनात्मानं पश्यन्नात्मनि तुष्यति
सुखम् आत्यन्तिकं यत्तद्बुद्धिग्राह्यमतीन्द्रियम्
सुखमात्यन्तिकं यत्तद् बुद्धिग्राह्यम् अतीन्द्रियम्
वेत्ति यत्र न चैवायं स्थितश्चलति तत्त्वतः
वेत्ति यत्र न चैवायं स्थितश्चलति तत्त्वतः
यं लब्ध्वा चापरं लाभं मन्यते नादिकं ततः
यं लब्ध्वा चापरं लाभं मन्यते नादिकं ततः
यस्मिन् स्थितो न दुःखेन गुरुणापि विचाल्यते
यस्मिन् स्थितो न दुःखेन गुरुणापि विचाल्यते
तं विद्या दुःखसंयोग वियोगं योगसंज्ञितम्
तं विद्या दुःखसंयोग वियोगं योगसंज्ञितम्
तनिश्चयेन योक्तव्यो योगो निर्विण्णचेतसा
सनिश्चयेन योक्तव्यो योगो निर्विण्णचेतसा
सङ्कल्पप्रभवान् कामां त्यक्त्वा सर्वान् शेषतः
सङ्कल्पप्रभवान् कामान् त्यक्त्वा सर्वान् शेषतः
मनसैवेन्द्रियग्रामं विनियम्य समन्ततः
मनसैवेन्द्रियग्रामं विनियम्य समन्ततः
शनैः बुद्ध्या धृतिगृहीतया
शनैरुपरमेत् बुद्ध्या धृतिगृहीतया
आत्मसंस्थं मनः कृत्वा न किञ्चिदपि चिन्तयेत्
आत्मसंस्थं मनः कृत्वा न किञ्चिदपि चिन्तयेत्
यतो यतो निश्चलति मनश्चञ्चलमस्थिरम्
यतो यतो निश्चलति मनश्चञ्चलमस्थिरम्
ततस्ततो नियम्यैतदात्मन्येवावशं नयेत्
ततस्ततो नियम्येतद् आत्मन्येव वशं नयेत्
प्रशान्तमनसं हीनं योगिनं सुखमुत्तमम्
प्रशान्तमनसं हीनं योगिनं सुखमुत्तमम्
उपैति शान्तरजसं ब्रह्मभूतमकल्मषम्
उपैति शान्तरजसं ब्रह्मभूतं कल्मषम्
युञ्जन्नेवं सदात्मानं योगी विगतकल्मषः
युञ्जन्नेवं सदात्मानं योगी विगतकल्मषः
सुखेन ब्रह्म संस्पर्शम् अत्यन्तं सुखमश्नुते
सुखेन ब्रह्म संस्पर्शम् अत्यन्तं सुखमश्नुते
सर्वभूतस्थमात्मानं सर्वभूतानि चात्मनि
सर्वभूतस्तथात्मानं सर्वभूतानि चात्मनि
ईक्षते योगयुक्तात्मा सर्वत्र समदर्शनः
ईक्षते योगयुक्तात्मा सर्वत्र समदर्शनः
यो मां पश्यति सर्वत्र सर्वं च मयि पश्यति
यो मां पश्यति सर्वत्र सर्वं च मयि पश्यति
तस्याहं न प्रणश्यामि स च मे न प्रणश्यति
तस्याहं न प्रणश्यामि स च मे न प्रणश्यति
यो मां पश्यति सर्वत्र सर्वं च मयि पश्यति
यो मां पश्यति सर्वत्र सर्वं च मयि पश्यति
तस्याहं न प्रणश्यामि स च मे न प्रणश्यति
तस्याहं न प्रणश्यामि स च मे न प्रणश्यति
यो मां पश्यति सर्वत्र सर्वं च मयि पश्यति
यो मां पश्यति सर्वत्र सर्वं च मयि पश्यति
तस्याहं न प्रणश्यामि स च मे न प्रणश्यति
तस्याहं न प्रणश्यामि स च मे न प्रणश्यति
सर्वभूतस्थितं यो मां भजत्येकत्वमास्थितः
सर्वभूतस्थितं यो मां भजत्येकत्वमास्थितः
सर्वथा वर्तमानोऽपि स योगी मयि वर्तते
सर्वथा वर्तमानोऽपि स योगी मयि वर्तते
आत्मौपम्येन सर्वत्र समं पश्यति योऽर्जुन
आत्मौपम्येन सर्वत्र समं पश्यति योऽर्जुन
सुखं वा यदि वा दुःखं स योगी परमो मतः
सुखं वा यदि वा दुःखं स योगी परमो मतः
अर्जुन उवाच
अर्जुन उवाच
योऽयं योगस्त्वया प्रोक्तः साम्येन मधुसूदन
योऽयं योगस्त्वया प्रोक्तः साम्येन मधुसूदन
एतस्याहं न पश्यामि चञ्चलत्वात् स्थितिं स्थिराम्
एतस्याहं न पश्यामि चञ्चलत्वात् स्थितिं स्थिराम्
चञ्चलं हि मनः कृष्ण प्रमाथि बलवदृढम्
चञ्चलं हि मनः कृष्ण प्रमाथि बलवदृढम्
तस्याहं निगृहं मन्ये वायोरिव सुदुष्करम्
तस्याहं निग्रहं मन्ये वायोरिव सुदुष्करम्
श्रीभगवानुवाच
श्रीभगवानुवाच
असंशयं महाबाहो मनो दुर्निग्रहं चलम्
असंशयं महाबाहो मनो दुर्निग्रहं चलम्
अभ्यासेन तु कौन्तेय वैराग्येण च गृह्यते
अभ्यासेन तु कौन्तेय वैराग्येण च गृह्यते
असंयतात्मना योगो दुष्प्राप इति मे मतिः
असंशयात्मना योगो दुष्प्राप इति मे मतिः
वश्यात्मना तु यतता शक्यो वाप्तुमुपायतः
वश्यात्मना तु यतता शक्यो वाप्तुमुपायतः
अर्जुन उवाच
अर्जुन उवाच
अयति श्रद्धयोपेतो योगाच्चलितमानसः
अयति
श्रद्धया
श्रद्धयोपेत
पेतो
योगाचलति
योगाचलितमानसः
मानसः
अप्राप्य योगसंसिद्धिं कां गतिं कृष्ण गच्छति।
अप्राप्य
अप्राप्य
योगसंसिद्धिं
योगसंसिद्धिं
कां
कां
गतिं
गतिं
कृष्ण
कृष्ण
गच्छति
गच्छति।
कच्चिन्नो भयविभ्रष्टश्चिन्नाभ्रमिव नश्यति।
कच्चिन्नो
कच्चिन्नो
भयविभ्रष्ट छिन्नाभ्रमिव
भयविभ्रष्टाच्छिन्नाभ्रमिव
नश्यति
नश्यति।
अप्रतिष्ठो महाबाहो विमूढो ब्रह्मणपति।
अप्रतिष्ठो
अप्रतिष्ठो महाबाहो
महाबाहो विमूढो
विमूढो
ब्रह्मणपति
ब्रह्मणपदी।
एतन्मे संशयं कृष्ण चेत्तुमर्हस्य शेषतः।
एतन्मे
एतन्मे
संशयं
संशयं
कृष्ण
कृष्ण चेतुमर्हस्य
चेतुमर्हस्य
शेषतः।
शेषतः
तत्त्वधन्यसंशयस्यास्य चेत्ता न ह्युपपद्यते।
त्वदन्यसंशयस्यास्य
तदन्यसंशयस्यास्य
चेता न
चेता न
ह्युपपद्यते
ह्युपपद्यते।
श्रीभगवानुवाच
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 पार्थ नैवेह नामुत्र विनाशस्तस्य विद्यते।
पार्थ नैवेह नामुत्र
पार्थनैवेहनामुत्र
विनाशस्तस्य
विनाशस्तस्य
विद्यते
विद्यते।
न हि कल्याणकृत् कश्चित् दुर्गतिं तात गच्छति।
न
न
हि
हि
कल्याणकृत्
कल्याणकृत्
कश्चित्
कश्चित्
दुर्गतिं
दुर्गतिं
तात
तात
गच्छति
गच्छति।
प्राप्य पुण्याकृतां लोकान् उषित्वा शाश्वती समाः।
प्राप्य
प्राप्य
पुण्यकृतां
पुण्यकृतां
लोकान्
लोकान्
उषित्वा
उषित्वा
शाश्वती
शाश्वती
समाः
समाः।
शुचीनां श्रीमतां गेहे योगभ्रष्टो विजायते।
शुचीनां
शुचीनां
श्रीमतां
श्रीमताङ्गेः
गेहे योगभ्रष्टो
योगभ्रष्टो
विजायते
विजायते।
अथवा योगिनामेव कुले भवति धीमताम्।
अथवा
अथवा
योगिनामेव
योगिनामेव
कुले
कुले
भवति
भवति
धीमताम्
धीमताम्।
एतद्धि दुर्लभतरं लोके जन्म यदीदृशम्।
एतद्धि
एतद्धि
दुर्लभतरं
दुर्लभतरं
लोके
लोके
जन्म
जन्म
यदीदृशम्
यदीदृशम्।
तत्र तं बुद्धिसंयोगं लभते पौर्वदेहिकम्।
तत्र
तत्र
तं
तं
बुद्धिसंयोगं
बुद्धिसंयोगं
लभते
लभते
पौर्वदेहिकम्
पौर्वदेहिकम्।
यतते च ततो भूयः संसिद्धौ कुरु नन्दन।
यतते
यतते
च
च
ततो
ततो
भूयः
भूयः
संसिद्धौ
संसिद्धौ
कुरु
कुरु
नन्दन
नन्दन।
पूर्वाभ्यासेन तेनैव ह्रियते ह्यवशोऽपि सः।
पूर्वाभ्यासेन
पूर्वाभ्यासेन
तेनैव
तेनैव
ह्रियते
ह्रियते
ह्यवशोऽपि
ह्यवसोऽपि
सः
सः।
जिज्ञासुरपि योगस्य शब्दब्रह्माति वर्तते।
जिज्ञासुरपि
जिज्ञासुरपि
योगस्य
योगस्य
शब्दब्रह्माति
शब्दब्रह्माति
वर्तते
वर्तते।
प्रयत्नाद्यतमानस्तु योगी संशुद्धकिल्बिषः।
प्रयत्नाद्यतमानस्तु
प्रयत्नाद्यतमानस्तु योगी
योगी संशुद्धकिल्बिषः
संशुद्धकिल्बिषः।
अनेकजन्मसंसिद्धस्ततो याति परां गतिम्।
अनेकजन्म
अनेकजन्म
संसिद्ध
संसिद्धस्ततो
ततो
याति
याति
परां
परां
गतिम्।
गतिम्
तपस्विभ्योऽधिको योगी ज्ञानिभ्योऽपि मतोऽधिकः।
तपस्विभ्योऽधिको
तपस्विभ्योऽधिको
योगी
योगी ज्ञानिभ्योऽपि
ज्ञानिभ्योऽपि
मतोऽधिकः।
मतोऽधिकः
कर्मिभ्यश्चाधिको योगी तस्माद्योगी भवार्जुन।
कर्मिभ्यश्चाधिको
कर्मिभ्यश्चाधिको
योगी
योगी
तस्माद्योगी भवार्जुन
भवार्जुन।
योगिनामपि सर्वेषां मद्गतेनान्तरात्मना।
योगिनामपि
योगिनामपि
सर्वेषां
सर्वेषां
मद्गतेनान्तरात्मना
मद्गतेनान्तरात्मना।
ॐ तत्सदिति श्रीमद्भगवद्गीतासु उपनिषत्सु ब्रह्मविद्यायां योगशास्त्रे श्रीकृष्णार्जुनसंवादे ध्यानयोगो नाम षष्ठोऽध्याय सम्पूर्णम्।
Prabhu, we missed the last line.
Last line.
Shraddhavan bhajate yomam.
Oh, we didn't read that?
Very
No.
important line.
Okay. Shraddha, okay. Yoginamapi sarvesham madgatenantaratmana.
योगिनामपि
योगिनामपि
सर्वेषां
सर्वेषां
मद्गतेनान्तरात्मना
मद्गतेनान्तरात्मना
Shraddhavan bhajate yo mam same yuktatamo matah.
श्रद्धावान्
श्रद्धावान्
भजते
भजते
यो
यो
मां
मां समे
समे
युक्ततमो
युक्ततमो
मतः.
मतः.
I was just testing your
Testing,
Shraddha.
testing. Yes, Prabhuji. But we proved we are very sincere.
Okay. So when something like this happens, we will remember that verse. Otherwise, it will be washed away with the flow. When we make mistakes or when we do something very nice, like 30th shloka, we always recite 3 times. So we never forget that. So like that, when we make mistakes, oh, this is the shloka where we made a mistake. So I better remember this. Okay. Okay, so today we will discuss a very important shloka from Bhagavad Gita, chapter 6, shloka number 30. Seeing Krishna everywhere, or having a universal vision. Krishna shows universal form in Bhagavad Gita, and we should have universal vision. So let's see what is that universal vision Krishna is talking about. So we're trying to understand the omnipresence of Krishna, the Sarvantaryami. The word Vishnu means one who pervades everywhere, one who enters into each and every atom. Andhantarastha paramanu chayastam. In Brahma Samhita, Lord Brahma says, Andhantarastha paramanu chayastam. He enters into each and every paramanu and he resides there. So, how to see that Krishna everywhere around us? How to see the omnipresence, the Sarvantaryami potency of Krishna? यो मां पश्यति सर्वत्र सर्वं च मयि पश्यति
यो मां पश्यति
पश्यति
सर्वत्र
सर्वत्र सर्वं
सर्वं च मयि पश्यति
पश्यति
तस्याहं न प्रणश्यामि स च मे न प्रणश्यति
तस्याहं
तस्याहं
न
न
प्रणश्यामि
प्रणश्यामि स च
स
मे
च मे
न
न प्रणश्यति
प्रणश्यति.
यो हु मां me pashyati sees sarvatra everywhere sarvam everything cha and mai in me pashyati sees tasya for him aham I na not pranashyami am lost sa he cha also me to me na nor pranashyati is lost. For one who sees me everywhere and sees everything in me, I am never lost. nor is he ever lost to me. Okay, so please repeat after me. For one who sees me everywhere
For one who sees
This
me
is me
everywhere
everywhere
and sees everything in me,
and
and
sees
sees
everything in me,
everything in me.
I am never lost,
I
I'm
am never
never
lost.
lost.
nor is he ever lost to me.
Nor
Is
is
he
he
ever
ever lost to
lost
me.
to me?
So let's read the purport and then we'll have some discussion. Okay, Aparna, you want to read the purport?
Sure, Prabhuji.
Yeah. People from Kerala, they have very good English. They are very good at English. That's why I always ask Aparna.
A person in Krishna consciousness certainly sees Lord Krishna everywhere, and he sees everything in Krishna. Such a person may appear to see all separate manifestations of the material nature, but in each and every instance, he is conscious of Krishna, knowing that everything is a manifestation of Krishna's energy. Nothing can exist without Krishna, and Krishna is the Lord of everything. This is the basic principle of Krishna consciousness. Krishna consciousness is the development of love of Krishna, a position transcendental even to material liberation. At this stage of Krishna consciousness, beyond self-realization, the devotee becomes one with Krishna in the sense that Krishna becomes everything for the devotee, and the devotee becomes full in loving Krishna. An intimate relationship between the Lord and the devotee then exists. In that stage, the living entity can never be annihilated, nor is the personality of Godhead ever out of the sight of devotee. To merge in Krishna is the spiritual annihilation. A devotee takes no such risk. It's stated in the Brahma Samhita.
प्रेमाञ्जनच्युरित भक्तिविलोचनेन सन्तः सदैव हृदयेषु विलोकयन्ति यं श्यामसुन्दरमचिन्त्य गुणास्वरूपम् गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि.
I worship the primeval Lord Govinda, who is always seen by the devotee, whose eyes are energized with pulp of love. He is seen in his eternal form of Shyamasundara, situated within the heart of the devotee. At this stage, Lord Krishna never disappears from the sight of the devotee, nor does the devotee ever lose sight of the Lord. In the case of a yogi who sees the Lord as Paramatma within the heart, the same applies. Such a yogi turns into a pure devotee and cannot bear to live for a moment without seeing the Lord within himself.
So, yeah. So this is such an important verse from this chapter, not only from this chapter, but from entire Bhagavad Gita, one of the top 10 shlokas of Bhagavad Gita. From chapter 6, even if you remember or don't remember anything else from this chapter, but just remember this one verse, you understand each and every word thoroughly, understand each and every sentence in the purport very thoroughly, and try to remember the discussion that we are going to have now. So just meditate on this verse. This should be our sadhana. Our daily sadhana is to see God everywhere. Because right now Krishna is not physically present in front of us. So we have to learn how to see the presence of God in everything around us. So in the process of trying to know the unknown, we have to start with the known. All the material objects around us, the people around us, the situations around us, these are the things known to us. And what is unknown is Bhagavan. So using the known, we can try to know the unknown. This is the process. So far, what we have discussed in this chapter, especially in the last few verses, what we have discussed is the perfection of Ashtanga Yoga, Samadhi, trance, how to attain trance, what are the symptoms of a person who has attained Samadhi, uh, the process of controlling the mind. Two classes ago, we discussed the technique to control the mind. What is that technique? As soon as you realize that the mind is wandering, you become aware of it, you bring it back and provide a hook, provide some anchor or hook so that the mind does not wander again. The success of a yogi is not uh, keeping the mind steady all the time, but the success of a yogi is to become aware as the mind wanders and bring it back and provide some anchor to it. And doesn't matter how many number of times the mind wanders. Success is defined as the number of times you bring the mind back. Because the mind will wander today, it will wander tomorrow, it will wander after 10 years. Even till the end of the life, the mind keeps wandering. But what is the success of a yogi? Is to bring the mind back uh, from wherever it is wandering, bring it back and focus it on some anchor, some hook. And that hook is the lotus feet of Krishna. Krishna's Nama, Rupa, Guna, Leela. There are four things that we can Nama, Rupa, Guna, Leela. There are four things that we can provide our hooks as. These are the hooks for the mind. Krishna's Leela Madhuri, Rupa Madhuri, Prema Madhuri, Venu Madhuri. Okay? Rupa Madhuri, Leela Madhuri, Venu Madhuri, Prema Madhuri. These are the four important weapons. These are the four hooks you can use to bind the mind so that it will not wander. So in today's verse, we will try to understand how to provide these hooks, not only just these four hooks, but so many hooks. There are so many objects around us in the material world. There are so many people around us. Everything can be a hook to the mind. Okay, we'll try to understand that. So Krishna is saying, for one who sees me everywhere and sees everything in me. For one who sees me everywhere. That means whatever object you see, you should get remembrance of Krishna. And whoever you meet with, you should get remembrance of Krishna. Thinking that, oh, this person is an amsha of Krishna. When you see an object, you should get reminded that this is a creation of the Lord. This is the material energy of the Lord. And when you see a person, you should get remembrance that this is the spiritual energy of the Lord. He or she is the part and parcel of the Lord. So I should behave nicely with that person. When we know that God is present in everybody, our interactions, our dealings with people around us should change. So this entire world is known as Vasudaika Kutumbakam. Vasudaika Kutumbakam. That means, in Telugu you say Kutumbam, but in Sanskrit Kutumbakam. Vasudaika Kutumbakam or Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. There are two different variations for that. So what is this Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam? That means there are two meanings for that. Vasudha eva Kutumbakam. Vasudha means the earth. Vasudha eva Kutumbakam. Kutumbakam means family. This earth, whatever is on this earth planet belongs to one family. Another meaning of Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam is this is the family of Vasudeva. This is the family of Vasudeva Sri Krishna. So when we are living in a world which is Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam or Vasudeva Kutumbakam, we should consider everybody as the family members of Krishna. We should treat everybody with love and affection. For one who sees me everywhere and sees everything in me. Sees everything in me means ultimately everything goes back to Krishna. Everything goes back to Krishna. I am never lost, nor is he ever lost to me. That means the devotee will never lose the sight of Krishna. Devotee will never lose the vision of Krishna, nor is he ever lost to me. And Krishna will never lose the sight of the devotee. So this is a connection. Yoga, this is the yoga. Yoga means to link the Jivatma with Paramatma. So in this process of yoga, connecting everybody with the Lord, so first we have to connect with other people around us. We have to connect with the objects around us. Annapurna Mata, you had a question?
Prabhuji.
Yeah.
Like, since you said, like, we have to see everywhere the Krishna. If any people is also talking to us, we have to see Krishna. Right, Prabhuji? So, like, anything is happening is because of the Krishna will only, right, Prabhuji? So,
Yes.
somebody suppose some humiliating words they have said to us. So that is also Krishna's. How we have to take in that way. How we have to say, Prabhuji.
Yeah.
How to see Krishna.
Yeah.
In that way, how to understand the things, how to see Krishna in a positive way.
Yeah. So in the process of seeing Krishna everywhere, there are multiple things, right? That is, one is seeing the presence of Krishna in the objects around us. Second one is seeing the presence of Krishna in the people around us. First of all, seeing the presence of Krishna in us, and then seeing the presence of Krishna in everybody, and then seeing the hand of Krishna behind every situation, every circumstance in our life, whether it is a positive thing, negative thing, happy, distress, any situation. These dualities are only for us. In the view of Krishna, these dualities do not exist. In spiritual world, these dualities do not exist. Happy, sad, good, bad, there's nothing like that. In spiritual world, it's absolute. Absolute means only one, and there is no second. So whatever Krishna does, it's perfect. We don't understand that situation at that moment, why it is happening to us, but we must learn to tolerate, and if we can change the situation, we can try to change. But if the situation is not in our control, then we don't have to put a lot of effort and change it. In the grand scheme of achieving our spiritual goal, these temporary things do not matter much. But if that situation is repeating, if that person is humiliating again and again, you tolerate it 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, 10 times, But after that, if it is still repeating, you take action. So there was a huge discussion on art of tolerance we discussed during second chapter.
Yeah, Prabhuji.
But the situations in our life are also an opportunity to see the presence of God.
Mm-hmm.
See the plan of God, see the hand of God behind everything.
Okay. So
Yeah.
Prabhuji is means like a practice only we can understand because at that time the moment is like that. It's what we have to give ourselves a words to convince ourselves like this is not a humiliating words. It's a decision of Krishna only. So any words we have to give to ourselves or Hare Krishna Maha Mantra we can give to understand the things,
Matra
Prabhuji.
sparshastu
So Kaunteya.
kaunteya shitoshna
Toshna
sukadukada
Sukadukada
agamapayino
Agamapayino
nitya
Nitya
stamti
Stam
tikshasva
Titikshasva.
bharata.
Okay, Prabhuji.
Yeah,
Got it.
yeah,
Thank you, Prabhuji.
that is the shloka. Yeah. Okay. Um, so, so what are the details of this, this goal of seeing Krishna everywhere? Uh, in our practical day-to-day life, how to implement this? This is nothing but smarana, which is one of the Navavida Bhakti angas. Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, Archanam, Padasevanam, Dasyam, Sakyam, Vandanam, Atmanivedanam. All the other 8 limbs of Bhakti, they culminate in Smarana, Bhagavad Smarana. The goal of Shravanam is Smaranam. The goal of Kirtanam is Smaranam. The goal of Archanam is Smaranam. Whether you are doing Karma Yoga, the goal is Smaranam. Whether you are doing Ashtanga Yoga, an Ashtanga Yogi who is meditating for hundreds of years, what is he doing? He is trying to meditate on the Paramatma within. He is trying to remember, he is trying to do Smarana of Paramatma within his heart. The goal of Karma Bhakti Yoga is Smarana. The goal of reading Vedas is Smarana. Everything is Smarana. And that is the final concluding instruction of Krishna in Bhagavad Gita. Manmana bhava madbhakto madhyaji mam namaskuru mame vaishvasi satyam te pratijani priyosi me. So whoever remembers me at the time of death, antakale cha mameva smaran muktva kalevaram yaprayati samadbhavam yati nastyatra samshaya. Whoever remembers me at the time of death and quits this body, they will come to spiritual world. So how can we develop that habit of remembering Krishna at the time of death? That is by practicing that remembrance during our lifetime. So whenever you see a tree, whenever you see a beautiful flower, when you are drinking water, when you are eating some delicious food, when you are seeing a beautiful person, when you are seeing an intelligent person, when you are seeing uh, any gigantic, mighty object like mountain, like Mount Rainier, when you see that, when you see a big ocean, you're going on a cruise and you see ocean, you see a beautiful river flowing. Anything you see, you should try to connect it to God somehow. For example, when Prabhupada, when he came to Boston, okay, in his during initial days, when he came to America, and uh, when he landed, and no, not during initial days, but after few years, uh, Prabhupada first landed in Boston, and then from there he went to New York. That's where he started the movement, Hare Krishna movement. And then later on, after a few years, when Prabhupada, when he was in Boston sometime, along with his disciples, it was a cold winter time, and the devotees, the disciples, they forgot to bring the winter jacket for Prabhupada. And a cool breeze touched Prabhupada's body. And Prabhupada just closed his eyes, and then he said, oh yeah, that cool breeze reminds me of the breeze in Vrindavan. Prabhupada, he did not complain. He did not scold the disciples, saying that, how can you forget my winter jacket? But in every situation, Prabhupada tried to remember God or something related to God. So another guru in ISKCON, Jaipatak Swami Maharaj. So once, he came to Atlanta. So Jaipatak Swami Maharaj, he lives in India, Mayapur, West Bengal region, Mayapur. So it was a few years ago, many years ago, when he was visiting America, Atlanta. He looked at the store, Gap, Gap, Gap. We all know the store, right? Apparel, clothing store, Gap. As soon as he looked at that store name, Gap, he said immediately, oh, Govindam Adi Purusham. Gap, Gap, immediately he said Govindam Adi Purusham. Now this is the line in Brahma Samhita. Brahma Samhita, every shloka ends with this line. Govindam Adi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. Just like in Govinda Damodara Stotra, every line ends Govinda Damodara Madhaveti. Govinda Damodara Madhaveti. Like that, Brahma Samhita, Govinda Adi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. So as soon as Jaipatak Swami Maharaj saw that store name Gap, 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 he said Govindam Adi Purusham. So, like that, the devotees, since we are talking about Brahma Samhita, and in the purport that we read of this shloka, Prabhupada mentions one shloka from Brahma Samhita. Premanjhanachurita bhakti vilochanena santa sadhaiva hridayeshu vilokayanti yam shama sundaramachintya gunaswarupam govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami. So what does this verse say? I worship Lord Govinda, who is always seen by the devotee whose eyes are anointed with the pulp of love. He is seen in his eternal form as Shama Sundara, situated within the heart of the devotee. So this is a beautiful shloka. Let's recite this shloka together. You repeat after me. This is the shloka from Brahma Samhita. Premanjhanachurita bhakti vilochanena
Premanjana Churita Bhakti Vilochanena
Santa Sadhaiva Hridayeshu Vilokayanti
Santa Sadaiva Hridayeshu Vilokayanti
Yam Shama Sundaramachintya Gunaswarupam
यं श्यामसुन्दरमचिन्त्य गुणस्वरूपम्
गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि
गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि.
So Premanjana, what is Anjana? Anjana means that ointment. Okay, so the shloka, let's look at the translation of this shloka. I worship Lord Govinda. Govindam Adipurusham Tam Aham Bhajami. Aham means I. Bhajami means worship. I worship Govinda, who is Adipurusha, who is seen by the devotee whose eyes are anointed with the pulp of love. The pulp means ointment. Okay, so when ladies when they put kajal, katuka in their eyes, that katuka is called anjan. So the devotees, what do they put in their eyes? They put the ointment of love. They put the ointment of love for God. Prema Anjana. This Anjana, this Kajal, this Katuka of Prema for God. Because their eyes are filled with Prema for God. Especially gopis, Radharani. Their eyes are filled with love for Krishna. Spontaneous, Raga Bhakti. So for those devotees, whatever they see, wherever they go, whatever they see, whether Krishna is there in front of them or Krishna is not in front of them, they always remember Krishna. In fact, they remember Krishna more when he is away from them. Because love in separation is more intense than love in union. The Vipralamba is more stronger than Sambhoga. So right now, Krishna is not with us. So we should feel, as soon as we start feeling that Vipralamba Bhava, as soon as we start feeling that separation from Krishna, as soon as we start feeling that love in separation from Krishna, then we should have these intense feelings. We'll develop intense feelings for Krishna. We'll develop intense feelings for Krishna to meet with Krishna. So that's why Yomam paśyati sarvatra sarvam cha mai paśyati tasyaham na pranashyami sachamena pranashyati. As we start seeing the presence of Krishna in everything around us, then we'll slowly develop the Vipralamba Bhava. Right now we don't have Vipralamba Bhava. We are not missing Krishna. We don't feel the separation from Krishna. But the more we understand about Krishna, the more we connect with Krishna, the more we understand how merciful Krishna is, how lovable Krishna is, and the more we understand how much Krishna is missing us right now. We are not missing him, but Krishna is missing us. Because he is the Father, he is the Supreme Father. He has the anxiety that, oh, when will my child come back to spiritual world? When a teenage girl or boy, when they leave the home, when they start living away from parents, they are very happy. In fact, as soon as they finish 10th grade in this country, they start counting. Okay, 11th year and 12th year. If I somehow manage to complete these two classes, from after 12th grade, I'll become a free bird. I'll go to Michigan University, or I'll go to Northeastern University in Boston. I'll go to Carnegie Mellon, Harvard, Stanford. I'll go away from house, away from parents. I'll have a better life. I'll have complete freedom. I will enjoy. But once they start going there, start living there in a remote place, they will face all kinds of problems. But somehow that material attraction, in that youthful age, they don't take those as problems, and they think they are happy, they are enjoying. But the parents back home, they'll be missing these children who are staying away from home. So every day they'll be thinking about the children. The children do not think about the parents, but the parents will be constantly thinking about the children for their welfare. So, for example, Kalpana's daughter. So she's at Purdue. I know she'll be thinking about Niharika when she's away from home. So like that, the parents have this feeling of separation. Now we don't have, as children of Krishna, we don't have that feeling. We have to develop that feeling. Now, in order to develop that feeling, we need to know more about him. And that will be the topic from 7th chapter onwards. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Krishna tells greater details about him. 7th chapter itself is titled as Knowledge of Krishna. Knowledge of Absolute Truth. Knowledge of Krishna. 8th chapter, Attaining Krishna. 9th chapter, Most Confidential Knowledge. 10th chapter, Krishna's Vibhuti Yoga. 11th chapter, Krishna's Vishwarupa Sandarshanam. 12th chapter, Bhakti Yoga. So like that, these middle 6 chapters are primarily to fill our minds with details of Krishna. Who is Krishna? What are his opulences? What is his vibhuti? How can we see Krishna's presence in everything around us? So there was another guru in ISKCON, Radha Govinda Maharaj, one of the very dear disciples of Prabhupada. And he has great interest in reading Bhagavatam. So one time he was visiting America, and then he was staying at a devotee's home, and then it was a morning time, and this guru was he wanted to brush his teeth in the morning, early morning. So he went into the bathroom, and on the countertop of bathroom there were 2 Listerine bottles. Listerine, mouthwash Listerine. So there were 2 bottles of Listerine. One was in yellow color, the other was in blue color. And so this guru, he kept the bathroom door open, and he wanted to brush the teeth. As soon as he saw the yellow and blue Listerine bottles, he was offering pranama. And then the owner of the house, the devotee who is hosting this guru, he just happened to walk in that hallway. He just happened to see what this Guru Maharaj was doing. And he was shocked to see that Guru Maharaj was offering pranama in the bathroom. For a second he was thinking maybe he was looking at himself in the mirror and he was offering pranama to himself. So this devotee asked the Guru, Guru Maharaj, is everything all right? Are you feeling okay? I see that you are offering pranama in the bathroom. Then this Guru Maharaj said, I came so far away from Vrindavan, and I'm missing the presence of Krishna and Radharani in Vrindavan. I'm missing seeing all the beautiful temples in Vrindavan, Radha Madan Mohan, Radha Govind, Radha Damodar, all these beautiful temples I'm missing. And as soon as I saw the yellow Tapta Kanchana Varna liquid and the blue Nila Megha Shamala liquid, I got reminded of Radha and Krishna, and I am offering pranam. See, this is how pure devotees think. Whatever insignificant object they see, or whatever significant object, whatever great or not so great, any object they see, they get remembrance of Krishna. So, during Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's time, there was another devotee. His name is Mukunda. And during Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's time, there were so many Muslims, right? Muslim kings, Nawabs, Chand Kazi, and so many other Nawabs. So one day, this devotee Mukunda, he was a doctor. By the way, he was a doctor by profession, and he was a very he was specialized in something. That's why the Nawabs generally they don't want to interact with people from other religion, especially if they are practicing, if they are sincere devotees, and they don't want to, because they'll think that they will convert these Muslims also into their religion. So, but because he is a special doctor, the Nawab king, he had to call him for some treatment. And this Nawab, he was sitting on a big chair, like a throne, and there were multiple steps, just like in in some stories we see, right? Vikramaditya, or in some movies. If you have seen Aditya 369 movie in Telugu, there will be some steps, and then that's where Sri Krishna Devaraya sits. So this Mukunda devotee, he was climbing up these steps, and then finally he reached the king. And as soon as he saw, there were some peacock feathers as a decoration for the throne of the king. As soon as this Mukunda doctor saw the peacock feathers on the throne, he fell unconscious. He got reminded of Krishna wearing peacock feather. In Bhagavatam, that shloka is there, right? Barha pidam natavaravapu karnayor karnikaram vibhradvasa kanakakapisham vaijayantim chamalam randhran venuradara sudaya purayan gopavrindai Vrindaranyam swapadaраmanam pravishan gita kirtihi. Barha Pidam means this is a shloka in Venu Gita. The gopis are describing the beauty of Krishna. So what is the meaning of the word Barha Pidam? Apidam means to decorate, to keep, to decorate. What is the decoration? Barha. Actually, Barha means peacock. I mean, who will put peacock on their head? Even Krishna doesn't put peacock on his head. He puts barhi pincha. Barhi pincha. Pincha is the feather, peacock feather. Just like you see here, on the canvas on the wall here, this peacock like this. So Krishna will put peacock, not barha, not peacock itself, but barhi pincha. Barhi pinchavachudangam Krishnam vande jagadgurum. In Krishnastakam by Adi Shankaracharya, you will hear this line, Barhi pinchanga chudangam. Chuda angam. Chudangam means, angam means body, bodily part. Chudangam. Chuda means the crest jewel, the topmost. The best part of the body is head. Chudangam. Barhi pinchava chudangam. He who has decorated his head with peacock feather, that is Krishna. Barhi pinchava chudangam Krishnam vande jagadgurum. Similarly, in Bilumangal Thakur, in one of the shlokas, he writes, Shikipincha Mauli. Shikipincha Mauli. Mauli is one of the names of Krishna. He who wears Shikipincha on his head. So like that, okay, I got little deviated here, but let me go back to Mukunda there. So nobody will put peacock on their head. But why Shukadev Goswami used the word Barha Pidam? Now when you look at Adi Shankaracharya's Krishnastakam, Barhi Pinchava Chudangam, Bilumangal Thakur, Shikipincha Mauli, they make sense. But why Shukadev Goswami used the word Barha, which means peacock? Why is he saying that Krishna is wearing peacock on his head? The reason is Krishna wears so many peacocks, not just one peacock, but Krishna wears so many peacocks on his head. It looks as if there's a peacock sitting on his head and the peacock has completely opened the feathers. Because Krishna loves peacock feathers. One of the reasons why Krishna wears peacock feathers is, it is mentioned that if you observe the peacock feather very closely, there will be a pattern that looks like Radha, the name Radha. I mean, I have never examined by myself. I mean, in the pictures at least you don't see that. But maybe next time when I see a peacock feather, I'll examine this. But it looks like there is a pattern that says Radha. I don't know whether it is in Sanskrit Radha or how to interpret that. That we have to understand with the guidance of a Sanskrit scholar or or a person who is a senior devotee. We have to understand from them.
లోపల ఇన్సైడ్ దా లెటర్ లాగా ఉంటుంది చూడండి, లైక్ హార్ట్ ని రివర్స్ చేస్తారు కదా, హార్ట్ షేప్. సో ఇట్ లుక్స్ లైక్ దా లెటర్.
యా.
అండ్ outer line is like a full circle, no? That is Ra. Something I read somewhere.
Yeah.
They said like that. In the peacock feather, they interpreted like that.
Yeah. So yeah. So that's one of the reasons. There are many reasons why Krishna wears peacock feathers, but one primary reason is this Radha's name is inscribed in peacock feather. That's why he wears so many peacocks. It looks like a peacock. That's why Shukadeva Goswami used the word Barha Pidam. Now this devotee, Mukunda, as soon as he saw some peacock feathers on the throne, he got reminded of Krishna and he was fainted, unconscious. And he started, and some froth started coming out of his mouth. Just like when a person who has froth started coming out of his mouth. Then seeing this, the Nawab got shocked. The whole body of Mukunda was jerking, and then the froth started coming out of his mouth. Seeing this, the Nawab got shocked. I called the doctor to treat me. I am the patient. Now Mukunda became the patient. Now let me become the doctor and go see him. What's happening? Now Mukunda, he climbs down few steps and sees what's happening there. And then, in couple of minutes, Mukunda comes to consciousness, and he realizes what has happened. He realizes that he was doing Krishna Smarana and he fainted. But he has to hide these feelings. The pure devotees, they never express their intense feelings. I mean, during sadhana stage, yes, we can express. We can express and we can discuss with others. That is perfectly fine. But the pure devotee, because in the sadhana stage, we don't know whether the feeling that I'm having, is it a genuine feeling that I'm having for Krishna or not. So to validate that, yes, we can discuss with others. But the pure devotees, they don't have that necessity to discuss and validate their feelings. In fact, they hide their feelings. Just like a millionaire who has $1 million of money. They will not walk with the suitcase saying that I have $1 million label on the suitcase. Right? They always hide their wealth. Like that, the pure devotees who have this prema nidhi, Sri Krishna prema nidhi, they never reveal to outside world. They stay humble, they never reveal. They want to protect their nidhi. Especially with Nawabs, right? Other religion people and who are against the people practicing Krishna Bhakti. In front of them, he has to protect. So Mukunda was saying that Mukunda told this Nawab that when Nawab asked what happened, Mukunda tells him that no, I have this epilepsy disease. I have this seizures, epilepsy disease. That's why I'm getting these symptoms. But Nawab is so intelligent. He told Mukunda, I know that you are lying. I know that you are lying. You don't have epilepsy, seizures, disease. But since I am also, since I worship Allah, I am a devotee of Allah. I can understand your feelings. I can understand your intense feelings for God. So like that, only one devotee understands the feelings of others. So this is another example of how a devotee develops intense feelings for Krishna as soon as they see something related to Krishna. Simply by seeing that peacock feather, he got remembrance of Krishna. Now we see peacock so many times in our day-to-day life. Every day, we are all seeing this peacock feather in every class.
Prabhuji, peacock feather ni symbol of purity ga kuda cheptaru kada.
Symbol of purity, lotus.
Oh.
Yeah, not peacock. Yeah. Okay. So now another example, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself. How he was remembering Krishna everywhere. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, primarily lived in Jagannath Puri. So one day he he went into the ocean, because in Jagannath Puri there is an ocean. He went into the ocean and suddenly he got remembrance of Vrindavan, Yamuna Nadi, and all of the leelas that Krishna performed with gopis. And as soon as uh, he started remembering that, he was singing the glories of Yamuna. He was singing the glories of Yamuna. He forgot that he's in Jagannath Puri. He forgot that he's in an ocean, and he was pretending. He was acting as if he was he was behaving as if he was in Yamuna. He was swimming in Yamuna, and he was seeing Radha and Krishna. So there's a beautiful shloka actually. Let me try to remember. Yeah, let me just give me a second. Let me try to search for that shloka. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful verse. Starts with Sharad Jyotsna Sindhu. Anyways, not finding the full shloka, so I'll send it later on when I find it. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself, he was, drowning the whole night in the ocean, singing this, the glories of Yamuna Nadi, and remembering the different leelas that were performed by Krishna and Radha. I mean, Mahaprabhu, who is none other than Krishna himself, a combined avatara of Radha and Krishna, he was remembering the leelas that he performed in Dwapar Yuga in Vrindavan. Similarly, we can see how much uh, intense feelings Radharani has for Krishna. Radharani or the gopis, how much intense feelings they have for Krishna. So let's look at the slides here. Let's complete the slides here, and then we can come back to Radharani's intense feelings for Krishna. So we were at this slide where we discussed how a yogi, whenever he sees a tree, a person, a stone, he remembers Krishna. In the society, the general understanding of God is that one fine day they should see some miracle in their life, like something has to happen, something has to manifest in their life for them to believe the presence of God, for them to believe that they are doing bhakti sadhana properly. But that is not the reality. That is not the definition of bhakti. The definition of bhakti is to see the presence of God in everything, every moment, in every walk of our life. We don't have to wait for some miracle. We don't have to wait for somebody, some guru or some monk to manifest some vibhuti or some shivalinga, like Puttaparthi Satya Sai Baba. He used to do that, right? And only then people developed faith on him. There are so many cheap tricks like this people perform, so that people, when they see these miracles, they believe that okay, either that person is God himself directly, or he is a representative of God. No, we don't have to wait for any miracles. In fact, everything is a miracle. Look at the beautiful, go to your backyard and look at the beautiful roses. They are the miracles. If you hear somebody singing beautifully, that's a miracle. If it is raining, it's a miracle. How is it raining? How the rains are produced? There are so many clouds just hanging in the space, in the sky, up in the air. Each cloud containing tons of gallons of water, just hanging in the space like that. And then the rainwater is produced. That's a miracle. When the peacock opens the feathers and dances in the rain, that's a miracle. When a parrot tries to sing sweet words, that's a miracle. When you see beautiful mountains, beautiful big, huge oceans, everything is a miracle. So we don't have to wait for some miracles. Like in some practices, there is something called as levitation. Okay, levitation is a technique where, I mean, anybody can achieve that. There's nothing great about it. You practice some yoga sadhana, yoga asanas, pranayama, some meditation, you do that, and you can see yourself lifting up in the air, levitation. You will be sitting on the floor doing that yoga sadhana, and after a few minutes you will see yourself floating in the air. Now, is that a miracle? No, it's not a miracle. It's just some practice, yoga practice you do, and anybody can achieve that. But the poor people, the less intelligent people in the society, they believe that when there are things like that happening, then that is the real thing. That is yoga, that is bhakti, that is God. But no, that is not God. That is some exercise. Levitation is a result of some exercise. Anybody can do that. So, but the miracles are around us in every object. You can see miracles.
Here the point is telling, see Prabhuji, he is not the hidden object, he is the object.
Yeah. The ultimate teaching of this verse is that God is not a hidden object to be found among other objects. The divine is the very space and substance from which all objects are woven. Yeah. By changing how we see rather than trying to change what we see. Now we are trying to wait for something to happen so that we believe that God exists. No, God is already there in every object. Matta parataram nanyat kinchidasti dhananjaya mai sarvam idam proktam sutre manigana iva. Krishna tells in Bhagavad Gita 7.7, chapter 7, Sloka number 7, how Krishna is the thread. He is the thread holding all the pearls in a necklace. Sutre manigana iva. Sutra is that thread. Krishna is the thread. And the mani are the pearls in a necklace. Now, when there is a necklace, pearl necklace, you only see the money, you only see the pearls, you see the entire necklace, but you don't see the thread behind. So that thread is Krishna. So the art of seeing Krishna everywhere is to be able to see that thread inside the necklace. That thread which is holding all the pearl beads together. Okay, let's see what are the other slides we have here. So 6.28, 29 and 30. It's a systematic progression of a yogi, starting from Brahman realization to Paramatma realization and Bhagavan realization. These are the three aspects of understanding God. At the lowest level, it is Brahman realization, thinking that God is nothing but a light, that effulgence. That is only partial understanding. One level above Brahman realization is Paramatma realization. The yogis meditating on Paramatma within for hundreds of years, and eventually they will attain Paramatma. And then finally, the highest understanding of God realization is Bhagavan realization. That Bhagavan is a person. He is not some light, or he is not some aspect within our heart. But he's a person. He's a person and we have some relationship with him. So seeing God in relation, connecting to God in some relation, that is the process of seeing God everywhere. And whoever does this, they will never fall from their consciousness. Pranashyati. Pranashyati means falling from higher consciousness to lower consciousness, or getting disconnected from God. If we start seeing the presence of God in everything around us, in all the people around us, then we will not be disconnected from God. We will not fall from our consciousness. Just like how a mother has a spontaneous love for the child. As soon as the mother sees any object belonging to the child, the mother immediately remembers about the child. Like the small shoes of the child, the school bag of the child, the clothes of the child. Even if the child is at school and the mother is at home, the mother, whenever she looks at any of the objects of the children, she immediately remembers about them. Similarly, a devotee, whenever they are, Sarita, మీకోసం ఇది స్లైడ్ ఇది మళ్ళీ ఇంకో వెకేషన్కి వెళ్ళండి.
If Krishna's mercy is like that, means definitely, Prabhuji.
So whenever you see anything, mountains, lakes, trees, birds, whenever you see anything, you should get reminded of Krishna.
That's why there is no vacation trip, Prabhuji. Everything is holy trip only.
Everything is Tirthayatra only.
Yes.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. ఇది కూడా కదా Prabhuji, not about the tree, we ourselves is a miracle, right Prabhuji? The one we eat, how it will heal the body. We
Yes.
ourselves, our body itself, how we eat, how it digests itself, ourselves also. We can see Krishna, right Prabhuji?
Yeah, the food that we eat, that itself is Vishnu. Guhyam annam annada evacha. Annam. One of the names of Vishnu is Annam. So when you are eating Annam, you should remember Krishna. Guhyam annam annat evacha. He is Guhyam. One of the names is Guhyam. He is Annam. So like that, the food that we eat, the body, when we look at our body, it's a gift of God. We should feel the presence of God. And when we are eating food, after eating the food, who will digest it? The Vaishwanara. Aham Vaishwanaro bhutva pranina dehamashritaha. That Vaishwanara, that Krishna in the form of Vaishwanara, he is digesting the food. So in every walk of our life, every second of our life, we should remember Krishna. Now this happens in two levels. In the basic fundamental level, when we read Bhagavad Gita, when we read Bhagavatam, Ramayana, all these scriptures, we will understand about God theoretically. We will get the knowledge, we'll get the information, bits and pieces of God. So intellectually we will understand. That is the first step. which is good. And that is needed. That is the foundational step to go to the next step. That is the pillar. That is the first pillar for the building to be constructed on top of it. And in the next step, we will start seeing the presence of Krishna in everything. After getting the information, after understanding intellectually, see, right now we are in the first stage. We are intellectually understanding about Krishna. We are intellectually understanding that, okay, when I'm eating food, when I'm holding the grains in my hand, I have to feel the presence of Krishna because his name is Annam. Now this is intellectual. We have the knowledge. We read Vishnu Sahasranama Stotram, so we know it. But next step is when you are holding those grains in your hand, you should have some emotions from your heart. You should have some feelings and emotions. That how much gratitude should I pay to Bhagavan for giving me this Annam? Just like Mukunda, the doctor Mukunda example we discussed, right? So as soon as he saw the peacock feather, he started developing emotions. That is the exalted person vision level. Right now we are at the first level. We see peacock feather. We know that, okay, peacock, Krishna loves peacock feathers, and there are some devotees. As soon as they started seeing peacock feather, they developed these intense feelings. So intellectually we are appreciating all these things, which is good, which is the first step before we go to the next one. And the famous Gopi Gita, we can see this aspect of remembering Krishna from Rasa Leela. When Krishna disappeared from Rasa Leela, all the gopis, they started feeling intense separation from Krishna. Now, what is separation? Why do somebody feel separation? Because they are remembering Krishna intensely. They are remembering Krishna intensely. That is why the separation. If there is no remembrance, then there is no separation. Seeing through separation. When Krishna left the dance, the gopis did not see a mundane tree, a mundane forest. They saw a landscape intimately connected to him. That's why they are asking every little tree, every animal. They're asking even the water in the stream, in the river. Have you seen Krishna? Have you seen Krishna? So Krishna was only physically away from them, but he was deeply remembered in the hearts of the gopis. Now this is the slide about that Premanjana Churita Vilochanena Santas Sadhaiva Bhakta Hridayeshu Vilokayanti Yam Shama Sundaram Achintyam Yam Shama Gunaswarupam Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. So right now our eyes are like the eye in the left side of the picture here. It's completely darkened. We don't see Krishna. So we have some eye disease. Now when there is an eye disease, what do? They put some drops in the eye, or when there's a cataract for the eye, they do some surgery to remove the cataract. Now here the cataract, the surgery or the ointment is that Premanjana. This ointment called Krishna Prema. When we put this ointment in our eyes, then we'll be able to see Krishna's presence everywhere. తెలుగులో అంటారు కదా, పచ్చకామర్లు వచ్చిన వాడికి అంత లోకం అంతా పచ్చ కనపడుతుందని. అలాగా సో ఈ కృష్ణ ప్రేమ నిండి ఉన్న కళ్ళతో చూస్తే మొత్తం లోకం అంతా కృష్ణుడే కనపడతాడు.
Inside the eyeball, peacock feather is there, Prabhuji.
Yeah, that's beautiful, right? అడగాలి ఎవరినన్నా, ఐ డాక్టర్ని అడగాలి, అలాంటి కాంటాక్ట్ లెన్సెస్ ఏమైనా ఉన్నాయో అడగాలి. Yeah. But what is the cataract surgery for us? Or what is this premanjana? How to apply this premanjana, or how to get this cataract surgery for our eyes? That is, you start seeing the presence of Krishna in material objects. The affliction. First one is the affliction. And then the eyes of devotion by applying the 9 progressive stages. So the Shravanam is an Anjana. That's an ointment. Kirtanam is an ointment. Smaranam is an ointment. Archanam is an ointment. Like that, all these 9 limbs, they are ointments for the purpose of getting darshan of Krishna. Santas sadhaiva hrudayeshu vilokayanti yam shama sundaram achintya guna swarupam. So when we start seeing like this, we are always connected to Krishna. So now finally, we will discuss about how Radharani used to remember Krishna. In the next 5-10 minutes, we'll discuss that and then we'll conclude. The amount of intense feelings Radharani used to have, the way Radharani used to remember Krishna. Whatever she was seeing, anything that she sees in black color, she used to remember Krishna. Anything in blue color she used to see, she used to remember Krishna. When she sees her black hair, she remembers Krishna. When she puts kajal in her eyes, she remembers Krishna. And when she wears blue sari, she remembers Krishna. When she wears any blue sapphire, blue sapphire is that Indra Neela Mani. Blue sapphire on her, if she sees blue sapphire on her bangles, the Indra Neela Mani stones on her bangles, or in the necklace, in the pendant, if she sees Indra Neela Mani, she remembers Krishna. Because these are all the different colors, different shades, patterns of Krishna's color. Tamala Varnam, Neela Mega Shamala Varnam, Indra Neela Varnam. These are all different colors of Krishna. So whenever Radharani sees any of these objects, she remembers Krishna. And one of the gopis, there are so many gopis, right? One of the gopis, her name is Shamala. We don't have Shamala in the class now. She's in India. So when she sees Shamala, she remembers Krishna. Because Krishna is of that color. Neela Mega Shamala Varnam. When Radharani sees the sky, Radharani likes, especially Radharani likes winter season. Why? In winter, the nights are much longer. In America, we can see, right? Especially in Seattle. In winter time, October, November, December, evening 4 o'clock itself, it becomes dark. I mean, I personally like winters actually. So when I came to know that Radharani likes winters, I felt very happy. Generally, people like summers, but I personally like winters. I mean, the reason why I like winters is not the same reason as Radharani has. The reason I like winters is it feels, when it is cold, you feel cozy when you are wearing a thick jacket, or when you are, cuddled up yourself in blanket, comfortable blanket. You feel cozy. For
థియేటర్లో
that feeling,
ఎప్పుడు అదే కదా ప్రభుజీ ఉండేది.
huh?
థియేటర్లో ఎప్పుడు అదే కదా ప్రభుజీ.
అయినా కూడా ఇష్టమే నాకు అట్లా.
సమ్మర్ లో కూడా చూడండి హౌ టుడే.
యా అయినా కూడా ఇష్టం నాకు అలాగా. So Radharani likes winters because the nights are longer. And she can look at the sky and remember Krishna all the time.
How to remember that sloka, Prabhuji? Intense form of smarana of Radharani. Brahmati.
Yeah. We'll come to that. We'll end with that. We'll end our discussion with that.
Okay.
And when she sees anything black, any insect that is in black color, she remembers Krishna. Like Krishna Brahmara, like black color Brahmara, bee, Krishna Brahmara. Or when she sees Krishna Paksha Tidis, Krishna Paksha Ekadashi, there are two types of Tidis, right? Shukla Paksha and Krishna Paksha. Shukla Paksha is that part of the month where the moon is getting brighter. And Krishna Paksha are those days, the 15 days are those days where slowly it's a waning moon. One is waxing moon and the other is waning moon. Waning moon means Krishna Paksha. Slowly the moon is disappearing. So Radharani likes Krishna Paksha Tidis more than Shukla Paksha Tidis, because as she is the disappearing moon, she remembers Krishna. As it becomes darker, she remembers Krishna. And the opposite is also there. When she gets angry on Krishna, she doesn't want to see anything that is black color. She shaves her head. Or when she is standing in front of the mirror, she closes her eyes. She doesn't want to remember Krishna. And then she takes a stone and throws onto the mirror so that she doesn't have to see Krishna. She doesn't have to see her hair in the mirror and get reminded of Krishna. But poor Radharani, what happens when you throw a stone on the mirror? What happens? What happens?
One thing, mirror breaks. Second thing, maybe that stone comes again and hits her.
No.
మిర్రర్ చాలా ముక్కలయ్యి మనం అన్ని సార్లుగా కనిపిస్తాం.
So when you break the mirror, initially it's only one piece. Radharani was seeing her hair only once. She was remembering Krishna only once. But now when the mirror is broken into small pieces, she is seeing herself in hundreds and thousands of times in the broken glasses, and she is remembering Krishna all those number of times. Now this is all in separation. When she is angry with Krishna, she wants to stay away from Krishna. The more she stays away from Krishna, the more she remembers Krishna. More intense. She is trying to break the glass so that she doesn't have to remember Krishna. But the more she is trying to do that, the more she is remembering. That one object of mirror became 1,000 pieces of mirror. And anything, all the Tamala Varna trees, the black trees, the trunk of the tree is generally dark color, right? She doesn't want to see the trees. So she tells all of her gopis to go and paint all the trees with white color. So like that, even while she's angry or she's feeling separation from Krishna, in fact, she is remembering Krishna more intensely. So like that, we can see how Radharani was remembering Krishna very intensely, every little object. And in the night time, when it is dark, I mean, initially she likes darks, right? She likes winters because the nights are very long. She likes that because she can remember Krishna more. But when she is angry, when she looks up the sky, it's all dark. Now she gets reminded of Krishna. Now she doesn't want to do that. Then she doesn't want to see the sky. She doesn't want to see the dark sky. So then what she will do? She'll close her eyes. When she closes the eyes, then what is there?
Dark only.
Dark only. So she'll remember Krishna. She opens the eyes, it is dark. She closes the eyes, more dark. So like that, once you start seeing Krishna in everything around you, you'll become helpless. Even if you want to forget Krishna, even if you want to stay away from Krishna, you cannot do that. The more you try to do that, the more intense you will feel, the more intense you will remember Krishna. So right now we don't have that. So initially we have to start developing, seeing the habit of Krishna in everything around us. So any name that you see as you are walking on the streets, any name that you see how you can connect to Krishna. Some name of Krishna, some shloka that you are aware. For example, BMW, the other day we discussed, right? BMW, body, mind and words. Manasa, vachasa, karmana. No, that is just...
వండర్ఫుల్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్స్ ప్రభుజీ.
Yeah.
చాలా బాగుంది అసలు ఈ రోజు క్లాస్. అసలు ఇది గుర్తుపెట్టుకుంటే చాలండి, ప్రతి దానిలో మనం కృష్ణాన్ని చూడగలం. చాలా బాగుంది ఈ రోజు క్లాస్.
అవును ప్రభుజీ, చాలా చాలా బాగుంది ప్రభుజీ. నిజంగా నచ్చింది. రికార్డింగ్ పంపించండి, ఎన్నిసార్లు చూసుకుంటాం.
ఇంకా మిగిలినంతా కూడా అక్కర్లేదండి, ఈ ఒక్క క్లాస్ రిపీటెడ్ గా ప్లే చేసుకుంటే చాలు. we will connect with Krishna easily.
Yeah.
It started with gap and then very good.
We started with gap and we are ending with BMW.
Ended with BMW.
Yeah, that shloka is very beautiful.
మెటీరియల్ వాటితో కనెక్ట్ చేసి భలే చెప్పారు ప్రభుజీ ఈ రోజు అయితే.
Yeah. So everything, everything. See, for example, that's why in the temples there are festivals. They put a color code. For example, Balaram Purnima festival. They ask everyone to wear blue color like this, because Nityanand Balaram is blue color, or Balaram wears blue color actually. Balaram is white in color. The bodily complexion is white in color. Shashidhara Varnam. Krishna is Neela Varnam and Balaram is Shashi Varnam. Shashi is moon. Jaladhara Shashi Varnau Gopaveshau Kishorau. Jaladhara Shashi Varnau Gopaveshau Kishorau. Krishna is Jaladhara Varnau. Jaladhara means that mega. And Balaram is Shashi Varnam, like moon. Balram wears blue color. Krishna wears yellow Pitambaram, and Balaram wears blue color. In the same shloka, there is a line. Neela Pitambaradhyo. What is that full shloka? Jaladhara Shashivarnau Gopaveshau Kishorau Sahachara Vrindhai Kridamanau Vrajeshau Natavaradjitaveshau Neelapitambaradhyau. The last line. Natavaradjitaveshau Neelapitambaradhyau Ramakrishnam Natosmi. There's one word before Ramakrishnam Natosmi. But anyway, you see, Neela Pitambaradyo. Neela. Balaram wears Neela Varnam, and Krishna wears Pitambara Varnam. So like that, whenever you see these colors, you should get reminded of Krishna. So somehow, I mean, even before starting this bhakti, I always like yellow color. I like yellow, red. So I have many kurtas that are in yellow color, yellow, different shades of yellow. So my daughter always says, "Daddy, you have too many yellows." Yellow, mustard, mango, gold color, orange, different flavors, different shades of yellow.
But in our culture, in general, we feel yellow is auspicious, no? So
Yellow is auspicious. Yeah.
Automatically, we like that.
Yeah. So when you see moon, you should get reminded of Krishna. When you see sun, you should get reminded of Krishna. When you see the stars, you should get reminded of Krishna. When you see the sky, when you see the earth, Bhupadau yasya nabhirvyadasuranilashchandra suryau cha netre karnavasha shirodvairmukamapi dahano yasya vasteyamabdihi antastam yasya vishwanaragar gho bigandharva daityai chitram ram ramyatitram tribhuvana vapusham vishnumisham namami. So like that, everything that you see, everything is some part of Krishna.
We should spend more time, Prabhuji, outside. Right? Outdoors. Yeah, that's when I think we'll have more. Otherwise, we'll only see the computer screen.
Yeah. You should spend time in the nature. Outside means not in Vegas.
No,
not in
outside means outdoors. Yeah.
Outdoors, in nature.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, our, you all know Sharwani, right? My God-given sister, not biological sister, but God-given sister. So Sharwani's son, Murari, when her grandparents, when he was very little young, her grandparents came. One day they were visiting Mount Rainier, and then this boy Murari, that was the first time he saw Mount Rainier, and he was telling, "Oh Tata, chudadi Govardhana Parvat." వాళ్ళ తాతకి షాక్ అన్నమాట. ఏంటి వీడు ఇప్పటి నుంచే ఇది గోవర్ధన పర్వతం ఇలాంటివన్నీ అనుకుంటున్నాడు ఇది.
ఆ కనెక్షన్ రావడం కష్టం అండి. ఆ కనెక్షన్ వస్తే ఎవ్రీథింగ్ వీ కెన్ సీ ఇన్ కృష్ణ.
అదేంటంటే మనం ఒకటి పెట్టుకోవాలి, ఒకటి మైండ్ లో ఒక టాస్క్ పెట్టుకోవాలి. నాకు ఈ హ్యాబిట్ రావాలి, ప్రతి దాంట్లో నేను భగవంతుడిని చూడగలగాలి, ఎలా చూడాలి అనే ఒక ప్రాక్టీస్ లాగా పెట్టుకొని అది అలా సాధన చేస్తుంటే అదే వస్తుంది.
ఈ కలర్ అయితే కరెక్ట్ గా వర్క్ అవుతుంది ప్రభుజీ. ఎప్పుడు ఆ కలర్ చూసినా కృష్ణాని గుర్తు తెచ్చుకోవచ్చు.
అవును.
కలర్ థియరీ అయితే వండర్ఫుల్.
Yeah, colors are the easiest thing to remember Krishna or Radharani, anything related to Krishna. Colors are the best things actually.
ఇంకొకటి ప్రభుజీ, ఇంకా ఎప్పుడైనా పెయిన్ ఉంటే ప్రభుజీ, బాడీలో పెయిన్ ఉంటే దాంట్లో కృష్ణని ఎలా చూడాలి ప్రభుజీ?
పెయిన్ ఉంటే ముకుందమాల స్తోత్రం గుర్తెచ్చుకోండి. ఇదం శరీరం శతసంధి జర్జరం పతత్యవశ్యం పరిణామపేశలం కిమౌషధం పృచ్ఛసి మూఢ దుర్మతే నిరామయం కృష్ణ రసాయనం పిబా.
శరీరం పరిణామపేశలం
నీ కూడా వచ్చా?
తన్విష్కి వచ్చని పాడుతున్నాడు.
మీరెప్పుడు వాళ్ళ సిస్టర్నే పొగుడుతారు కదా.
మరి వాడెప్పుడు సిగ్గుపడుతుంటాడు. పాడమన్నా పాడు, దగ్గరికి రమ్మన్నా రాడు వాడు.
అందుకని నాకు కూడా వచ్చు ప్రభుజీ అని చెప్తున్నాడు.
ఇప్పుడు కనపట్లేదు కదా, నేను వాడిని నేను చూడట్లేదు కదా, అందుకే నేను వాడుతున్నాడు ధైర్యంగా. సో బాడీలో పెయిన్ ఉన్నా కూడా దిస్ బాడీ ఈజ్ టెంపరరీ అనే స్పృహ రావాలి మనకి. దిస్ బాడీ ఈజ్ టెంపరరీ, ఐ నీడ్ టు, దట్ మీన్స్ అదొక అలారం లాగా ఉండాలి మనకి. బాడీలో పెయిన్ స్టార్ట్ అయ్యాయంటే ఓల్డ్ ఏజ్ వస్తున్నట్టు, ఓల్డ్ ఏజ్ వస్తుందంటే ఇంకా టైం అయిపోతుంది అన్నట్టు. లేకపోతే హెల్త్ ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ వస్తున్నాయి, ఇంకా చేయలేను, భక్తి చేయలేను, కాబట్టి ఇప్పుడు ఇంకా ఈ కొద్ది మాత్రం హెల్త్ బాగున్నప్పుడే భక్తి సిన్సియర్గా చేసుకోవాలి అన్న సీరియస్నెస్ రావడానికి ఆ పెయిన్స్ వచ్చినప్పుడు అలా గుర్తెచ్చుకోవచ్చు. అంటే ఈ బాడీని ఒక బోట్ లాగా గుర్తు చేసుకోవాలన్నమాట. పెయిన్స్ వచ్చినప్పుడు ఈ బాడీ ఒక బోట్, ఈ సముద్రాన్ని ఈదడానికి ఈ బాడీనే ఒక బోట్.
ఓకే.
భాగవతంలో బ్యూటిఫుల్ శ్లోక ఉంటుంది. నృదేహమాద్యం సులభం సుదుర్లభం ప్లవం సుకల్పం గురుకర్ణదారం మయానుకూలేన నభస్వతేరితుం పూమాన్ భవాబ్ధిం నతరే సాత్మః. అంటే ఈ శరీరం ఇచ్చింది మనకి, ఇది చాలా రేరు. ఈ మానవ శరీరం వచ్చింది, మనుష్య జన్మ వచ్చింది, చాలా రేర్ ఇది. కానీ ఈజీగా వచ్చింది మనకి, సంహౌ వచ్చింది, ఈజీగా వచ్చింది. మనం ఏం తపస్సులు చేయలే కదా, తపస్సులు చేయకుండానే వచ్చింది ఇది. సో ఇలాంటి శరీరాన్ని, ఇదొక బోట్ అన్నమాట. ప్లవం సుకల్పం, ప్లవం అంటే బోట్, సుకల్పం మీన్స్ ఇట్ ఈస్ అ విష్ ఫుల్ఫిల్లింగ్ ట్రీ. We can achieve the highest desire of attaining Krishna prema. Plavam sukalpam guru karna dharam. And if we have a guru in our life, we have the blessings of guru also. We have this gift of God in the form of this body. And if we have a guru in our life, we have the guru's blessings also. With all these things, we should be able to cross this material ocean with this body itself. And if somebody is not utilizing the body like that, nataret sa atmaha, that means that person is committing suicide. Puman bhavabdhim nataret sa atmaha. Whoever is not crossing this material ocean using their body as a boat, they are actually committing suicide. So whenever there are bodily pains, we have to remember Krishna. We have to feel this urgency.
Okay, Prabhuji.
Yeah.
Good one, Prabhuji. Thank you, Prabhuji. Last, we want to show something, Prabhuji.
Okay.
Jagannath
Jagannath
ముకుట్ చేసింది ప్రభుజీ.
ఓకే, క్లియర్ గా కనపట్లేదు, ఇట్స్ బ్లరీ.
పట్టండి బ్లర్ ఎందుకు
మీరు అక్కడ స్క్రీన్ బ్యాక్గ్రౌండ్ బ్లర్ చేశారా?
I think so.
దగ్గర
I'll
పెట్టండి.
send a picture.
సెండ్
Because of
పిక్చర్ ప్రభుజీ.
because of more effulgence.
మోర్ ఎఫల్జెన్స్ వచ్చి విశ్వరూప సందర్శనం లాగా
Blur
3D
అవుతుంది.
గ్లాసెస్ పెట్టుకుంటేనే కనపడుతుంది.
కాదు మన సెట్టింగ్స్ బ్లరింగ్ రావట్లేదు.
చల్లగండి. ఓకే, నేను పంపిస్తా.
యా,
ఇప్పుడు కనిపిస్తుంది.
ఇప్పుడు కనిపిస్తుందా ప్రభుజీ?
ఇప్పుడు కనపడుతుంది. యా, నెమలి పించము ముకుట్టు, ముకుట్టు బాగుంది. మీరు స్క్రీన్ కట్టు పెట్టారు కొంచెం. ఇప్పుడు ఎస్ ఎస్, గుడ్, వెరీ గుడ్.
లాసి చేసింది అంతే అంటుంది.
రథం కూడా ప్రిపేర్ అవుతుంది ఇప్పుడు. జగన్నాథ్ రథయాత్ర కూడా రథం ప్రిపేర్ అవుతుంది ఇంట్లో.
ప్రిపేర్ అవుతుందా? ఓ బ్యూటిఫుల్, బాగుంది, చాలా బాగుంది. వెరీ గుడ్ లాస్యవి, వెరీ బ్యూటిఫుల్.
థ్యాంక్ యూ ప్రభుజీ.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
యా, యు వాంట్ టు సింగ్ సమ్ శ్లోక?
ఎస్ ప్రభుజీ.
యా,
ఎక్కువ పాడు, ఒకటి పాడమన్నారా? ఇప్పుడు
ఇన్ పర్సన్
ఇన్ పర్సన్ చెప్తుంది అంటుంది.
now you can sing something now, one shloka from Jagannath Ashtakam.
వద్దంతే.
You are showing Jagannath now.
అంటే షో ఇప్పుడు వద్దంటుంది
ఇప్పుడు
ప్రభుజీ.
వద్దా? ఓకే, సరే. Yeah. Okay, so finally let's end with that beautiful slides, how Radharani was remembering Krishna. Let me see if I can find those slides.
ముకుందమాలలో లేవా ప్రభుజీ?
ముకుందమాల స్లైడ్స్ లో ఉండవు, వేరే ఫోల్డర్ లో చూస్తాను.
ఓకే. So that you said one hierarchy, Prabhuji. Who is the highest? Whether Narada, Indra, Brahma, Shiva, Prahlada?
Yeah. Yeah. So, what about that? You had a question on that, or?
No. Before that shloka, to test who is having intense form of smarana, they passed one after one, and finally they came to Radha.
Yeah. But where is that? I keep preparing so many slides. I don't know where it is kept. నేను గ్రూప్ లో షేర్ చేశాను చూడండి, అక్కడ పీడిఎఫ్ ఫైల్ ఏదైనా దొరుకుతుంది చూడండి మీకు. దొరికిందా మీకు అది?
June 17th ఫార్వర్డ్ చేస్తున్నారు ప్రభుజీ PDF.
ఓకే, నాకు ఫార్వర్డ్ చేయండి అది.
Yeah.
ఓకే,
వచ్చిందా ప్రభుజీ?
యా. Okay, in the next 2 to 3 minutes, we will discuss this beautiful shloka. And so this is a beautiful shloka that tells how Radharani was remembering Krishna. Brahmati bhavana garbhe nirnimittam hasanti pratayati tava varta chetana chetaneshu lutati cha bhuvi radha kampitangi murare vishama viraha kedhodghari vibhranta chetta. What was she doing? Radharani was, she was feeling. This is a description of Radharani's separation by Bilvamangal Thakur. He describes how
Rupa Goswami.
No, Rupa Goswami, Duta Kavya, right? Yeah, Duta Kavya, Rupa Goswami. So when Krishna left Vrindavan and he stayed away from Vrindavan for 100 years, and how Radharani was feeling this intense separation. When Uddhava sees Radharani with these intense feelings, Uddhava goes and tells to Krishna what Radharani was feeling. O Murari, Sri Radha wanders through the inner rooms of her residence, laughing without any apparent reason. She speaks only of you to everyone she meets. Her limbs tremble and she rolls upon the ground, overwhelmed by the unbearable agony of separation from you. Her mind has become utterly bewildered. So Radharani, she's walking inside her chamber, and she's laughing without any reason. Brahmati bhavana garbhe, she is wandering here and there. She's going to every room and searching for Krishna. And she is laughing, nirnimittam hasanti, she's laughing without any reason, like a mad person. Pratayati tava varta, everybody, whoever she meets with, she only talks about Krishna. Chetana chetaneshu, whether living person or non-living object, she looks at a wall and asks, have you seen Krishna? She looks at a person, she talks to a person, she talks to some gopi and asks, have you seen Krishna? She knows that the other gopi also has not seen Krishna for a long time. She knows that if she asks a wall, the wall cannot respond, but still she is helpless. When you don't have any option, these are the things that you will do, like a mad person. Brahmati bhavana garbhe nirnimittam hasanti pratayati tava varta chetana chetaneshu. Lutati cha bhuvi radha, and Sri Radha Rani rolls upon the ground. Lutati cha bhuvi radha. Kampitangi murare. Kampitangi. Her bodily limbs, they tremble out of separation from Krishna, with intense remembrance of Krishna. expressing unbearable anguish of separation, her mind bewildered and distraught. Vishama viraha kedo dhari vibranta chitta. So this is called Divyonmada. Divya Unmada, a transcendental madness. The more you remember about Krishna, the more intense feelings you will exhibit like this. The symptoms of a mad person like this. Okay, so let's recite this shloka and then we will end for today. Brahmati bhavana garbhe nirnimittam hasanti.
Brahmati bhavana garbhe nirnimittam hasanti.
Pratayati tava varta chetana chetaneshu.
Pradhayati
Pratita varta chetana chetane.
chetaneshu.
Lutati cha bhuvi radha kampitangi murare.
Lutati cha bhuvi radha
Kampitangi
kampitangi murare.
murare.
Vishama viraha kedodhari vibranta chitta.
Vishama viraha
Kedodgari
vibranta
vibranti
chitta.
Yeah. So may all of us develop the desire to see Krishna in everything around us. May all of us eventually develop such intense feelings for Krishna like Radharani. So the goal of life is Ante Narayana Smriti, remembrance of Bhagavan. That's the goal of life. Smartavyam Satatam Vishnur, Vismartavyam Najatu Chit. Always remember Krishna, never forget Krishna. Okay? So Krishne Ratirastu, Krishne Matirastu. May you always remember Krishna. May all of us always remember Krishna. Mangalam Kosalendraya Mahaniya Gunatmane Chakravarti Tanujaya Sarvabhaumaya Mangalam. Grantara Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki Jai.
Jai.
Srila Prabhupada ki
Jai.
Jai. Shri
Hare
Krishna
Krishna.
Smaranam ki Jai.
Jai.
Hare
Yomam
Krishna.
Paśyati sarvatra ki Jai.
Jai.
Jai. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank
So
you.
nice
Hare
class.
Krishna. Hare Bol.
Hare
Thank
Krishna.
you.
Thank you,
Nice
Hare
class,
Prabhuji.
Krishna.
Hare
Prabhuji. Thank you
Krishna.
so much.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Thank you,
Hare
Yeah.
Prabhuji.
Krishna.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna. Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Yeah, Namakirti, she sent a message. Beautiful. Seattle have presence of Krishna. The beautiful sky and the ocean. Very good.
Prabhuji, and regarding the boat festival, what exactly today it will be there, right, Prabhuji?
In the temple it will be there. They'll make some pond with some uh, some plastic tub. They'll fill that with water and then in a small boat they'll put Radha Krishna. They'll decorate that boat nicely and everybody will sing kirtans and do some puja.
Any significance,
In
Prabhuji,
the Redmond
today?
Prabhuji, in the Redmond form, in the temple.
No, in the temple, Samamish temple.
ఈ రోజు ఈవినింగ్ అండి.
Good evening, 7 o'clock. Yeah.
Okay, okay.
యూజువల్ గా అది ఫామ్ లో చేస్తారు కదండి ఎవ్రీ ఇయర్.
బోట్ ఫెస్టివల్ ఇక్కడే అవుతుంది. ఫామ్ లో జరిగేది అది వేరే ఫెస్టివల్ అది. Okay.
Okay, Prabhuji. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna.